this was a trade, I gotta say, maybe 50% out of frustration and 50% knowing what I'm doing. I just, throughout the whole first couple hours, I was just thinking like I'm not really good at trading in trading ranges like this. When the open is a trading range within a trading range from the prior day, it's a lot of like quick bounces, no real clear setups, at least for me. So it's a lot of limit order trading, um, and I'm just not experienced enough with that. So I felt a little bit frustrated that if this whole thing happened $2 higher after a big gap up, I feel way more comfortable trading that. But the fact that it happened here just made me feel like I couldn't take anything. And so then I'm thinking we're in a trading range. I see these two big breakout bars, and I'd say, okay, it's a pretty strong breakout, but we're still in a trading range. So instead of looking to sell here after a big breakdown, I was looking to buy, but the only way I could buy is with limit orders, so I didn't buy. And so I felt a little bit stuck. And then we got a tight trading range and another move down. So I thought, now we're in a trending trading range type situation where we're very low in a potential start of a new range. And I thought that this gap would close here. I thought we'd get up here at some point. And so I thought after this bar faded, I thought that this might be the final leg, and then we start to rally and close this gap and start forming another trading range here. We were at the measured move from the initial range, and I put my stop a little bit wider and thought I'd give it some room, but I think that this could be the bottom of the new range. So I took a chance on it. It worked out, and I made 60 cents. So I'm glad it worked out, but it just wasn't something that I was confident about. I bought again here. Um, this one I feel a little bit better about because I know my risk, and I know the setup. So my idea was that we already have 3 consecutive sell climaxes, and the last 2 are about equal size. So I'm betting against a third. So that would be the 4th total, but the 3rd consecutive climax with equal size. So I'm betting that the climaxes are going to get smaller, and that if we get another climax, it'll be smaller than the prior 2. But if we don't get a climax and we just start to go sideways, then we reverse up and start to close gaps and start to rally a little bit. So that was the premise. So my stop is an equal distance away, equal to a distance away that's equal to the final climax, betting that we don't get another climax of the same size. And so that's why it's placed where it is, because even if we get a small move down like we just did, I'm betting that this next climax won't be of the same magnitude as the prior one. So that's why the stop is here. And I was looking for, so I bought 2 shares. I was looking for 30 cents, thought 30 cents was a bit too much to ask for, and I went for 20, thinking that I could scalp out 20 cents, and then if we get a good buy signal, I can buy again. So I'm not risking more than I would on any other trade here, so I'm okay with getting stopped out, but it's always risky to buy when the market's collapsing like this, especially when there's no structural support close by. Like we don't have prior day's low or anything here that would support it. So it's just based on the prior bar, and that makes it a little bit more risky. But I still think it's an okay trade mathematically. It's just risky. So the premise was still valid technically, but it went against me quite a bit and then gave me a chance to get out break even. So I didn't want to ask for too much on that. I just got out. And now if we close on the high, I think that would be a decent buy. Okay, so I do think that's a valid buy now. So I'll buy above it. Stop placement's tough because I think probably buyers below here too. So that makes it difficult. But if I do get stopped out and we reverse up again, I'll buy again. Just took off 1 share there at 60. which is about 30 cents. And I'll leave the other share to see if we can test the top of the sell climax. We might need a couple legs to get there. So I want to take at least one share off in case we have to pull back, and I can rebuy that one share if we pull back first. But it's looking strong enough. I think we will get there. All right, just got out. Really happy with that trade. Got out break even on the buy the close trade here, and then saw the bull signal, got in above the bull signal, and then took out half at 30 cents and then the other half at 60 cents. I thought I probably was a little bit premature with the first exit. I don't know, like I don't want to, I feel like it's so easy to say in hindsight after seeing it work out, because a lot of these trades I don't have the arrows up anymore, but I took profits and then I got stopped out the other half at break even, so I actually made something on it because I was a little bit aggressive. So I don't want to say that just because we got to my main target, but I think in this kind of situation, the probability is higher that we're going to test the high of the sell climax. But again, I don't want to make any statements like that because it could easily just be bias after seeing it work out. So I got to start either doing it and then, or analyze at least 10 situations like this and see what's best in those situations. And I can't do it on a case-by-case basis like this, where there's too high of a chance of bias. But yeah, really happy with this trade at 150 now for the day. Just bought here. Feeling a bit nervous on this one just because I don't want to give up the gains from earlier today, but I thought it was a reasonable buy. We have a triangle here, 2 legs down, and then here we have a breakout pullback and then a big breakout bar. So that could be the breakout of the triangle and could lead to some kind of measured move up. So I was considering buying above that bar, and maybe I should have done that, but I just bought the close there. Couldn't make up my mind. I'm only risking about 45 cents, or actually no, I guess I'm risking 60 cents. So won't wipe out all my gains from earlier, and that's 60 cents on one share. So I only traded one share intentionally so that I wouldn't be giving up too much of my profits. Just going sideways for too long, and I was actually looking for the trigger above the impulse bar. So this is the breakout bar. My initial what I was contemplating about was to enter above the bar or to buy the market. I bought at the market, and I was hoping that the next bar would go above, which would put me a little bit more at ease, knowing that I would have been filled either way. And then for 3 bars, we haven't gone above the prior bar, so I just don't want to stay in. I lost, I think, 15 cents or something, and I'm gonna kick myself if it breaks out. But I just wasn't doing what I wanted, so I'm okay with it. 15 cents, so $1.31 now. All right, I bought on the breakout. So as we broke above this small flag here, I just bought at the market. It's almost the same price I was in at before, but maybe 6 or 7 cents higher. But now we're actually getting the breakout, so I don't know if that's a mistake. I don't know if it's impulsive, but this is the move I was looking for, so we'll see if we can continue higher here. This is essentially a flag at the top of the triangle, and now we're breaking out. So we'll see. So if this bar closed on its low, I was going to exit below that, because even though I think we're going to get a second leg up from this, and I thought it was a valid breakout of a triangle, it's also a double top here. So we're high in a potential trading range. If it's a double top, then a sell signal would be valid. So I don't want to stay in if we're getting sell signals. It doesn't look strong. So I may be overstaying this trade, but there's no real, there still even for my first entry, there still hasn't been a real signal to exit. So, except for the fact that it's just looking weak. All right, I just exited again. I lost about 10 or 11 cents. 10, yeah, 11 cents. So at $1.20 now. It just, it just wasn't. It's not even that it wasn't looking right. It's that I was entering based on just a feel that we're about to break out, and I can't be doing that. There's no clean setup here, and I gave it enough time, and it just wasn't doing what I wanted it to, and I was entering too much based on uh, just maybe a hope that it was breaking out, but I thought it was a clean setup at first. But when we started to go sideways and we weren't getting follow through, I was just overstaying my welcome in this trade, I think, and I think we would have just stopped me out there. So looks like it was a good decision. Um, yeah, I'm just gonna let it do what it's gonna do here, and if I find another setup, I'll take it. But it needs to be lower. I need to be buying lower right now.